Good morning, or afternoon as this goes out. This is Eagle Spitz on Desert Island Vids over on Punk Pharmacy Eclective. Massive virtual festival. With me today, I've got Marc Harrison from Infekted Headz. Good morning, Marc.
Morning, lads.
How are you,
Pleased to
sir?
be on with you.
You holding up okay over?
Yeah, fine. I'm lucky enough to be in a new abode recently, so I'm doing better than most. I've got a nice garden, etc. So I'm
Oh,
holding
good.
up rather well.
Brilliant. So, where are you at the moment? What part of the country are you in?
Living in London, Holloway Road area.
Oh, nice, mate. Nice.
I've only been here I've been here a couple of months. I was in a bit of a homeless hostel for a couple of years, so life's on the up now.
All right, I'm pleased it lasts on the hook, buddy.
Yeah, brilliant.
So, you've been involved in the punk scene for quite a while. Would you like to sort of say how you got involved and what kind of stuff you've been involved with over the years?
Yeah, we my main thing back in the time was with a band called Head on a Stick. We came from the Leytonstone road protesting squat area, early mid-90s, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, sort of done quite a few gigs with that band and had a great time.
So now Infekted Headz have got a because you're back together now, but you had a dub feel to you. Did Head on a Stick have that of a feel as well?
Yeah, we always had the dub reggae influence in with the punk thing, you know. We were been mates with the lads with Payne and Chris with RDF and that for a lot of years. Irish Frank. So yeah, we've always had that dub element to our groove.
Excellent. I love that kind of stuff. One of my favourite bands is Cop on Fire from Belgium.
Oh yeah, I've heard them.
Yeah, brilliant. I managed to see them at a sort of DIY festival over in France about 3 years ago.
I only came across their music a couple of years ago, but was well impressed.
Yeah, good
Seen a
enough.
few of their videos. Yeah, they look a decent bunch.
Good anarcho dub stuff.
Yeah.
What drew you to the dub
Sorry,
feel? What drew you to the dub feel?
Well, I've always been a bit of a smoker from when I was younger because I was brought up in Africa. So we always went down that, you know, the Marley, Peter Tosh, Jimmy Cliff, Rodriguez kind of flavour from, well, my whole life really. So it was a natural progression to get involved into the reggae side.
Excellent.
And also, I had my early drumming lessons were with a reggae drummer, so they kind of taught me the way of the sound via the Jamaican groove.
Excellent stuff. Excellent stuff. I've been myself. I'm set up Punk for Homeless 10 years ago now. Virtual festivals basically to sort of compensate for us having to cancel gigs.
It's a good thing you're doing. It's I've been watching a few of your bits, and it's really good.
I got a list of the songs you sent me through. So I've chosen number one as War in a Babylon. Would you like to say something about War in a Babylon?
Yeah, recorded that up in Birmingham with my brother Infekted Frank, and the story with that is the singer MC Juggernaut. He only popped into the studio for a little chat with Frank to collect something, and he was listening to the track, and he goes, "Oh, he likes that," but he doesn't sing political stuff. But then when he read the lyrics, he said, "Oh, I'll have a go at that," and he recorded that vocally, one take. He was in the studio and he was gone within 20 minutes.
All right.
I'll give a big shout out to MC Juggernaut from the Birmingham crew.
Brilliant. Well, that will be in the that song will be in the links, folks, because for copyright reasons, Facebook fuck us over when we try to play stuff through the Zoom. So that'll be in the links of this video when we post up in a few days' time.
Nice one.
So, Infekted Headz, is it recently you've got back together?
Well, no, it's actually it's a solo project. It started as just to keep myself, because what happened was a few years ago, the bank stupidly borrowed me some money, and I opened up a studio in Camden, which we lost because of the gentrification of the area. And I just started gathering equipment again. I hadn't played nothing in 15 years, and so I built up a whole studio, and then I came out as Infekted Headz, and then I just linked up with a few people, like Dan from the original DS 2000 guitar player. He's joined up. Lady Linos from Wales, she's joined up with vocals as well. So it is a project that started growing about 3-4 years ago, and we were just about to embark on our first set of gigs before the old Miley Cyrus turned up.
Yeah, it's a bit of a scary world at the moment. Well, it always has been, but
yeah, dark times out there, isn't there?
Yeah, not good at all. So you got involved in the festival scene and stuff like Stonehenge and stuff, did you?
Yeah, we were doing. Yeah, in the 90s, I lived in a bus for quite a few years. I had a nice little wagon, and we were always part of like popping to many a festival, you know, overstaying our welcome in many a site.
Fantastic stuff.
I had a little accident on stage that prevents me from driving. A bit of a story. We were doing a gig at the Boston Arms, and during a drum roll in one of our songs, "Murdering Fucker, You Upper Class Cunt,"
That sounds good.
an anti-Hunt song. It's run about 220 BPM, and I managed to stick myself in the left eye with a drumstick, and I split the eye in half. Dropped the drumstick, but kept on with the kick drum until the singer passed me the drum, and then found out a few weeks later that I was totally blind in the left eye.
Well, that's something else we have in common then, because I'm blind in my left eye.
Oh, you? Oh, let's compare eyes then, sir.
Yeah, yeah. Aye. Yeah, my other one's not much good, but
yeah. So I don't drive anymore because I used to be an ex-biker, so I don't trust myself with things coming out of the left-hand side. So you know.
No, totally. I totally get that one.
I stick to public transport now.
So you've been involved in a bit of activism over the years.
Yeah, we've done our fair share. We were around doing the poll tax. That was my first experience when I'd just been over from Africa a year, and we were involved in the poll tax. And then as we progressed more into the British way of life, the criminal justice, and we were living with the road protesters in Leytonstone. A big shout out to the Claremont Road Massive. So yeah, so being involved as much as I can be.
The Criminal Justice Act, that was a bit of a bastard, wasn't it?
Yeah,
probably some of our viewers won't remember it. Would you like to tell us a little bit about that?
What, the old mighty Michael Howard?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a right bastard, he was, wasn't he?
He was indeed.
Kind of put the knockers on all the what was it? No more repetitive beats. No more than, what, 8 people at a dinner party with music and all the rest of the shit.
Well, it's fascism under a different name, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a different level, different gravy then, wasn't it?
Yeah. Would you like to introduce your next tune, mate, which I think is When War Comes to You?
The lyrics behind this one is a bit of a personal story, because my mum, she was a refugee from the Second World War from Greece. It's funny how the world goes in a full cycle, isn't it? And she was sent to Swansea as a child, and got adopted, and that's how come our family comes from Wales. So the song is a song. My mum passed away a couple of years ago, and it was a song I wrote about her and the movements, the need to embrace everybody, all refugees from all over the world, because it comes a time where it could easily be anybody, as a lot of people are experiencing now and will be experiencing due to this dark episode on our planet's timeline.
Indeed.
So yeah, it's a very personal song, that one, as it goes. And again, this was done the same time as War on the Babylon, in the same experience with MC Juggernaut going. He loved the lyrics and he just laid it down there and then.
Brilliant stuff. Excellent stuff. So yeah, the refugees. Refugees are very close to my own heart, actually. You know, with Punk Homeless, we help Compass Children's Charity with street children and anti-trafficking and that kind of thing. And yeah, it's fucking dangerous times for people out there. I mean, it's like the people are vulnerable enough anyway.
Oh, it's horrific, isn't it? They kind of get moved around like pawns in a chess game, don't they?
Yeah, it's fucking horrible.
It's like they just get buffered from place to place. In a way, our own homeless are very much like the refugees in our own country, and I've experienced a lot of homelessness in my time in London anyway. So you do get a bit of a bond with those that are in that kind of struggle, you know.
Yeah, I used to be involved in running soup kitchens and night shelters and stuff like that. And what I used to find was a real sense of solidarity amongst those people.
Yes, definitely, 100%. We done quite a few bits for the street food people collectives over the couple of years. You know, again,
excellent.
You'd like to do more, but well, you can do as much as you can. So everybody can do a little bit, as much as they can. Some do more than others. But as you say, it's a bit of there is a bond.
And there needs to be. I mean, it's like we need solidarity. The only thing that's going to beat the fucking evil, what is capitalism, is solidarity, I believe.
Yeah, it's quite ironic at the moment that it seems that the British public are embracing socialism during these dark times.
Who would have thought it?
Yeah, it's quite. I don't know. It's quite a beautiful thing in a kind of way that they're actually seeing the collective as a positive stride forward in helping your neighbour and across the street, you know. But as you say, who would have bloody thought it? just this close after Brexit as well.
Yeah. It's as if the world's trying to teach us something. Because human beings tend to be pretty fucking stupid at times.
Yeah, I think Mother Nature's got her plan for us, hasn't she?
Oh yeah, big time. We've been abused her enough. It's possibly about time she started shouting back.
Yeah, we've sucked her dry, I'm afraid, haven't we?
Yep.
I'd have to say I'm part of that human race, so it's as much my fault as it is the next man, woman's, and you know what I mean. Yeah. I'll take my responsibility on my chin.
Well, brilliant. I mean, that's where it starts, isn't it? Taking that responsibility.
Well, I'm sure I've done enough shitty things over the years to deserve a bit of payback.
Bless you, man. Yeah, I think we all have. I mean, we're all consumers in this fucking world, aren't we?
Well, I've consumed my fair share of alcohol and entertainment packages, and yeah, I've squandered as much. I've tried to be a bit less so as I've got older, a bit more wiser. But I'm sure I've done my own damage unknowingly, I suppose, in a lot of ways. So if you a bit more aware in my purchases, the products that I buy, you know, yeah, you try and do what you can do within your own. I suppose it's a kind of bubble, isn't it? It's within my own world. Try to be as less destructive as possible. Creation rather than destruction, I believe. Yeah.
I mean, that's definitely a way forward.
You know, I never kind of got into the smashing of squats and the ripping it out. I always believed that it is better to create than to destroy, even if you are an angry punk.
Totally.
There's more to benefit from love.
I'm actually a Christian anarchist myself, and I love Dorothy Day. I don't know if you've heard of her.
No.
rebuilding a new world in the shell of the old. So
I'll have a look into that.
So you have to sort of build up what a decent community for what will survive the collapse of capitalism.
Yeah.
And it's all about responsibility and looking after one another.
Yeah, I'm a big believer in the one love, one tribe, one planet, one fight kind of philosophy.
No, totally. Me too, matey. Me too. Would you like to introduce your next song, mate? Which is one you did with... Fuck me. There's another punk poet. I'm a punk poet myself. What's his name? Andy T. Sorry, man.
Yeah. One of my favourite tracks, this one, of what I've done over the years. I recorded that in our Camden studios, in a place that I rented a room inside Diablo Studios, and I called it the Studio One Love. And
on Studio
guitar,
One Love.
Yeah, on guitar on that one is Tristan from Lost Cherries.
Oh, right, brilliant. They played for us a few weeks ago in the Gunners in London.
I know the Gunners.
Yeah, Lost Cherries played, and my own band, and Activistus, and Rights of Hadder, and a couple of more bands played that night.
Oh, lovely people they are, the whole bunch of them.
Yeah. Well, because we're involved in this girls' orphanage in Sierra Leone.
Okay.
When the Ebola crisis hit there several years ago, a lot of kids were left as orphans. So as one guy, Sese, who were in close contact with him, and his mother and brother took in 74 girls.
Brilliant.
And Lost Cherries would, on the 1st of May, were due to play a gig for me called Girls Are Loud, which is about female-fronted bands in solidarity with the girls in Sierra Leone.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm not sure if that's going to happen. The 1st of May doesn't seem that far away now.
Might be a little delay on that one, eh?
Right, unfortunately.
I first met all them, Andy T, Lost Cherries. They were doing a song for Sophie Lancaster in the Camden studio. And I'd done the B-side. Do you know the album, the 12-inch that came out?
Unfortunately.
Well, I'd done the B-side, a dub version with Andy T's vocals on top. And that's how I met them. And then we kind of got together one afternoon down my studio, and we recorded Fee Fi Fo Fum. I Smell the Blood of the Dead Nazi Scum.
Brilliant stuff. And that's yours. So your next track's Here They Come then, and that'll be in our links, folks. So thank you very much for that, and thanks for being on, Mark. It's been a pleasure.
It's been an absolute pleasure, lads, and keep up the good work, because you're lifting the spirits of the trapped posse.
Let's hope so, mate. Let's hope so. Let's all keep positive that we can fucking overcome.
We onwards and upwards. Exactly, one love, mate. One tribe.
Exactly. You take care, buddy. Thanks, man.
Stay safe. Bye.
Bye, mate.